Hey guys, decided to do one in daylight today, strangely enough, because everybody's in bed. So I wanted to bring to you another review, and it's another web editing tool. My mouth can't talk at the moment, probably because I need a drink. And it's one from probably one of the coolest developer names I've ever heard. It's called the Escapers. Let me just bring up their web page. Let me just find it. I'll just put it down here somewhere. Probably. Yes, see the Escapers. Boom. Before I want to start, I want to thank the Escapers for giving me a review copy of Flux 3, which is what I'm going to be reviewing today. I also have a second copy to give away, a second code to give away, which I will be doing in a competition that I don't know if I will put into this video or if it'll be in another video I'll make later. So I'm still trying to think of the best way of doing it, so it's probably in a video later. I also want to again thank the guys from Show My Box for letting me have I Show You in that review and to continually use it to do these reviews, because without it I won't be able to do these reviews. But as I say anyway guys, thanks to all of you, especially the Escapers, for letting me have a copy, and let's go ahead. So version 3, so we can see here there's Macworld, give it 5 stars, there's comments like Flux really is a dreamweaver and blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff. So what it is, as I say, it's a web page creation software, and as you can see it's £69.99 to buy. I think they're based in London if I remember correctly, so it's a UK product, and you can get an upgrade for £35 basically. You've got a family license and a 15 user license. Some things to note is it has HTML5 support, including HTML5 video. Now I saw a review of version 2 of this product, I believe it was, and it was saying that it was the only one. I'm not sure what other ones are out there now, but it is definitely this version is a HTML5 web design application, as it says. So looking at the website, you can see lots of different things, and there's lots of stuff that I won't be going into in this review because it is too immense to go to. But their website alone has lots of things like screencasts, we can see there, which, you know, it's all kind of things of how to use the tool and build things with the tool. There's a forum, quick start guide, and obviously the download. So that's the website, and let's bring up the product. So I'm running Flux 3. You are presented with this window, and it only updated to 3.1.26 the other day, so that's the latest version, unless it pops up with another window. I've had this installed for a week and I've already had 2 new releases, so they seem to do quite regular releases. And this is like the standard start screen, where you can show it if you want to at start. You can create a new project, you can do a new project for a template, or you can open a project. Or I have some projects which I've been playing on, Crappy Gamers 2, and that were ones I've done within this when I was playing around. So what I'll do is I'll create a new project. I won't do it from the template, I'll do just basically a standard one. Template's quite good because it means you have a lot of things set up, but I want to create one from virtually new, so we'll do that. And what we do, we get this window, which is, well, first of all we get this one, so let's call it Review Flux. Okay, and we're going to save it in the documents. And it's a standard website. We can say it's Ruby on Rails, Concrete, WordPress, etc., but we'll have a standard one. And it comes up, do you want to create an index with a main CSS? And yes we do, so we don't have to bother doing that. And this is what you're presented with. So what we have here is our site. This is the manager, as it says there, site manager. So we have an index file, we have our CSS file, and we have an images directory. And the one thing I think is cool, if I open that, I love this about this, you see it's a little string attachment there, and it shows us what's in there at the moment, nothing. Later on you can add other things and so on and so forth. Before we go any further, so I just to talk about some of these, we have the publish site button, a new page button, a new style sheet, a new folder, delete effects and help, and find, and this thing packages. So I wanted to just quickly go now. Oh, and let's have a look. We've got different views as well, just to show you this, see what you can do. So anyway, this is the one I like. Packages is quite cool. It's things that you can add. So if I click it, you see there's all these things that come out of the box. As you can see, now just so as you get an idea, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add curly corners because I like curly covers. And what you do is you go install, and it then installs that package into your current web page. So there we go. So if I now double click on that, you can see it opens it up, and you can see lots of things that are in that curly corner package. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, obviously you got this point, you want to actually do some editing. So we double click the file index.html, which is our main one, and it brings up your editor. And very quickly go through some of these. You've got your media, where you can click it, and when it comes up, you've got your media with all your pictures and videos and all that sort of stuff there. So movies, links. Okay. You've got your inspector, and we'll come back to this a little bit later because there's nothing in at the moment. You've got actions and widgets, and as you can see there, you can got queries, spree, and so on. And there's your widgets like pumpkin, simple, button, and so on. Okay, so you can play around with it. But anyway, there's all these things. I don't want to go into too much detail because otherwise the review will go on forever and ever. Snippets, very similar to the previous program. History, no history in there at the moment. Swatches, I'm not quite sure about that one. And then you have page. Now this is quite an important one because this is where you want to change things. So for example here, I'm going to change the author to be me. So there we go, and the description is review, one too many, review site, and you got your meta keywords, your link, so that's your CSS, and then obviously the title here, and then we go here, it's called review site again. Okay, oh, site. So that gives you your elements, and then you've got your font, your advanced attributes, and then your header, if you want to write code for your header. The other thing is this doc type, and I'm going to change this. You can see there's lots of different things, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to HTML5 just because I can, and to show what happens. It says there, are you sure you want to change the doc type? This may affect compatibility of the page, and I'm going to say change. So I've now created a HTML5 page. Code, quite explanatory, and what this does is it shows you the code of the page. As you can see, there's nothing much in there at the moment, but you can see from here the bits that I've already changed, and we can look at that again later. And layouts. Now layouts is quite cool. You can use an existing CSS file or insert in HTML, or you can create a new one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a... No, this time let's create let's use the main one, because you could create a new one, but let's use the main one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this one, and I'll show you why later. And what that does, it creates the layout. If I was to look at the code again now, we can see there's a lot more code in there. Okay. Going along, edit, we're in edit mode. Preview, that previews the page, you can see there. And live preview allows you to preview on MobileMe, home site, etc. Okay. Go up to edit, and then next we've got this. We've got this is where you want, if you want to edit text. So if you want to put some text in there, you go to my review of Flux 3. Okay, and then that is to allow you to select, move things around. And the thing I like about this is, if I wanted to move this day, and click it, and it says there the object cannot be moved as it has no position parameter set. It's very well to allow movement. Do you want to set it relative or absolute? Now, Relative objects are positioned relative to the flow of the page. Absolute are positioned relative to the parent container. So we make it a relative position, and then what we can do is we can take it and we can move it down here, and then if I look at preview again, you can see the footer's now down here. Okay, so you can play around with it like that, and I can move this bit as well. I can put that back, move that down here, and then I can move that over it, and various things like that. And then when I come back to preview, you can see it all changes it. Okay, so I love that, the fact that you can actually move things around, you can place how you want. The other thing I absolutely love about this product is that, and my air freshener went off, you can see here it's the standard square. Okay, they're standard squares, and so if I sorry, go wrong again, don't put text, double click it, it brings it up to the text mode, by the way, as you just saw. If I click it, I can see that it's this one that's selected here. So if I select over here, I can bring up the menu. So I'm working on this one. I'll bring up the options or the inspector, and that's the other thing, actually I can do it from here. The inspector brings up the data that or the values that you can change for the grid that you're on. So if I click this one, and I get past that one because it's moved it, and I click the inspector. Anyway, I'll show you. What you can do is you've got this simple design. So if I click on here, we can see it goes green and all this grey. Okay, and you've got this advanced, and the advanced is quite cool because you can spots. But as I say, if I go back to the preview mode a second, you can still see it's a nice square box. Okay. Why did the curvy corners? It adds these things here, and what you can do is you can say click on that. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's go back again. I'm stuck in preview mode, aren't I? Let's select it. That's the thing, is remembering to change your mode. Bring it up. So anyway, what we can do is we can select these, and what it does is you can see that little curve there. I'll show you. I'll go. Let's see. Oh, I've got the wrong one selected. Okay, let's start again. Select that one. Let's double. No, sorry. I'm going silly. Let's right click and. Oh, actually, no. Let's just. There we go. Selecting too many things at once. So it's this one here. That's why I'm going mental. There we go. Start again. So we can see. Oh no, I've got the wrong one selected again. Oh, live, eh? So anyway, let's change some of these around. We can see we've got different things. Right. Okay. Let's select it, and let's go the easy way. We'll choose the inspector, because that way I know it's getting the right one. If I select it back. Okay. Now that I've changed it, it won't change it again. Maybe I've done something wrong. There we go. Okay, so I think maybe once I've selected it, I don't know if that's something wrong with my current system or not. But anyway, the whole point of it is now you can see I've got nice curvy corners on my boxes, and it looks much nicer. Okay, so there you go, live. A live mess up whilst doing a review, and it just shows us so much of this program. I still don't know. There's probably things that I don't know what to do. The one thing I like is that, again, if I go here, I'll just choose also to make it easy. I can change the colour of my border, so I can make it a nice red over here, move it up there. There we go. You can see it's nice and red there. I can make it double. I can make it dotted. I can make it offset. So you can see it happening there, and you can see it happening actually live on there. So solid, and then you can change the width to be much thicker. You know, and then you've got other things which we won't come to the moment. But that's kind of the design aspects of it. Okay. As you can see, there's other things you can do. Attributes and actions. It doesn't really do a lot when you're talking about a box position and size. Fill, border, you know, lots of different things, text, right? Okay. Actually, the real cool, I'll show you on this in a minute. The one thing I like is you can add shadow, so all your text has shadows. You know, indent, you can change the spacing. Let's do render in and inherit. You can do lots of things. It's just fun to play around with, and all that, as you say, then we can have a look in preview. We can see all kind of happen there. You've changed your text. Very easy, very quick. The other thing you can do, which I found brilliant, I haven't even talked about yet, is these things here: containers, forms, media, text, and so on. So your containers, you can see here different types of containers you can add: HTML5 ones, lists, tables, canvases, frames. Forms are things like buttons, radio buttons, hidden input and stuff. So if you quickly create a button, and then I can show you some stuff in a bit. So create a button, it's there. I can make it relative, so I can move it, and let's move it over. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. There we go. Let's find the button. Where did I put it? It's behind. So somewhere around here, there's a button, and I can't find it now. Let's move this. Oh, another thing I see, everybody's put a screen saying, "No, it's moving with it. It's moving with it." Yes, it moves within the form. Anyway, so let's create this a little bit bigger, so we can see it. Okay, then you can see it nicely. Oh dear, that's the only thing about making it all relative. Anyway, the thing that I wanted to show the button for is inspector works well, because if I click the inspector, now we can see attributes and actions. No, wrong one. Sorry guys. Select the button, select inspector. Here we go. So here we have the type, which is a button, the value, so we can change that to say press me please. The style, and you can add things here like on click, say on click, and then you can add the value there. Okay, and there's lots of different things you can do there. Again, position, fill, border, loads of stuff. I mean, you know, I don't want to go too much into this, but if I look at the preview, we can see there's a button there. It's called press me please, and if I had anything on the click, it would do it. Okay, very quick and easy. Media, so you can enable audio, enable flash, HTML5 audio, embed a YouTube movie, and again you can images in project, you know, movies, and say that's where your images folder comes in. That's in the list. You can put things in there. You can pull it from there. Text, lots of different types. Text, I can select some text up here, and then I can make it bigger. Oh, I can't, that one, it's having a go at me. Okay, let's try it in this one then. Text, H1, there we go, nice and big H1 text, there you go. Let's go back to the selection. As you can see, that's nice also how you get all these little things here, like you can see what it is. And I love the way it changes over here. If you look, when I click on something, it selects the one where you're on, so I can see that's there. Anyway, miscellaneous. You've got your code, your PHP bits, other horizontal rule, comments. You had lots of things here, add a comment here. And your packages, as you can see I've got curvy corners. So yeah, and then you've got lots of things, padding and margins and loads and loads of things. You can see there's tons of things. So I wanted to add, I don't know, a video to this. So what I could do is you go through your media, okay, and then as I say, I've got images, movies, and so on. What I could do is, these are all movies that are in my movie folder from holiday and various things, and I've used them before. And then we've got like I Show You and iMovie Project and all that sort of stuff. But let's take a step back a minute. Okay, close this one down. Hello. I want to save all. What I want to do is, if it's still on my hard drive, I had a temp, I think it was, and then, oh, there's all full. We're happy with the review. Remember I had a demo video, and then I believe you can just, can we copy it in? I'm not sure if we can just copy it in there or not. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. We can copy it in, and see that becomes part of the project. So now I go back to here. Now, as I say, you can just go put it in from. It lists all your things there and your movie and so on. And as you can see, same with the video as well. You've got your photo booth and your movies and so on and so forth. But I believe you can just figure this out now. You should be able to add it from here. So I might just be able to pull it in. Okay. Can't do that way. Oh, that way. So here we go. So maybe it's from here then. Sorry, let's select where I'm going to put it first. So in my project, go to images, and there we go. And see, I want to add it as an HTML5. What I want to do is I want to have it an embedded object. Actually, let's have an HTML5 object. Okay, and click OK, and that'll add it to the page somewhere. Let's add it below, and you can by clicking the inspector again. I think it is. Is it the inspector? One of these. You can turn on and off the let's close a second. On and off these things at the bottom. Now, at least it was having on and off the other day. That might be, I may be telling porkies now. It may not let me do that, but there you go. But if we go back to preview, we can see the videos there, and there we go. Let's see, it's not there now. Let's reload it just in case. Okay, so let's go back to edit, and let's make sure that these things see. There we go. It's when you click it. Sorry, there we go. See, now there's the controls. You can also set autoplay, but we won't. So now when we preview it, you can see we have the control there, and we can put play, and the video plays. And it's the same with pictures. So there you go. I think I've tried to cover everything. I mean, there's quite a lot to this that I haven't covered. There's quite a lot to this, but I think you get the idea that the actual capability of this editor is is far greater as an editor. I've moved the button around there. Look, it's not to say it's like it's not a simple editor like say Rapid Weaver. Rapid Weaver is very much a create the page from template, pull things on. It's brilliant for creating web pages, especially from someone with very little experience. If you want more functionality, you want a little bit kind of more tools, then certainly for £70, this is just a fantastic product. It's it's after a few sessions of playing with it, it's very simple to use to create that that page. I mean, this is very quick, and obviously I haven't said it outright, but you can set it nice and simple. So there's links and there's all sorts of stuff you can do with it. So as I say, it's very quick and easy to get to. So we can add. It's got a list there. We can add an item, and then obviously if you want to edit it again, you just go to your inspector and you can change all your things, position, fill, other parameters, miscellaneous, see. The parameters. So anyway, as I say, you can see it's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of functionality that you can play around with. So I hope that you've got a good idea of what this product's like, what it can do. The video's gone far longer than I wanted to, so I'm going to be cutting it down a little bit. But I'd certainly recommend this editor for the price. It's a fraction of, what's that, about 10% of the cost of something like Dreamweaver, maybe a little bit more, maybe 15% of the cost, but that's still, you know, £69 for a functionality that's probably would, for most cases, equal what you could do with Dreamweaver and would want to do with Dreamweaver. So I would definitely recommend this product. I'm loving it. I'm still getting to learn more, and I think that I'll be using this to edit my web pages in the future. And look out for any more demos and tutorials or anything that I might do in the future. So guys, as I say, I've got one of these to give away. I'll be thinking up some sort of competition. So you could grab a copy of this for free. I mean, I recommend buying it, but obviously for free it's an even better price. So guys, keep watching. But yeah, anyway guys, thumbs up for this product, and hopefully you'll enjoy using it. Bye for now.